Okay, a very good morning to everyone. So we are starting another topic in term 3, the third term. This is another topic. So this topic talk about professional image. So in the workplace, the professional image that you should conduct yourself as an employer, the employment in the tourism industry. So it touches in terms of the employment in the industry of tourism. So it's more of making sure that you understand than memorizing, because you need to apply this knowledge that you learn. So key concepts that will assist you a lot in understanding this topic. So the first definition that they indicated that will come a lot, it's a professional image. So what is a professional image? So when we talk about a professional image, this is the picture that a business will project through the appearance. So a professional image is like a picture that um, the business needs to show, but this picture they show it through their appearance, on how they are in terms of the business, the appearance, the way they are, the way they look, the behavior of the staff that they hired. So that's a professional image, the way they look as a business. So that look, it is project through the appearance, on how they appear, the behavior of the staff that is employed in that particular business. We call that a professional image. Business. Then the second concept, which is appear a lot in this topic, it's a code of conduct. So code of conduct, it's a set of rules and regulations that the employees, those people that are hired in your business, should endure when working for the business. So it's a rules and regulations that the employers has to follow in the work environment in the business, that they need to endure, like stick to them. They need to comply to them, those rules. They need to follow them. So that's a code of conduct. Then we have something that we call it leave. A leave, it's whereby the person who is employed in the business, it's given a permission by the business in order to be absent at work. So we call that a leave. Then we have a concept that we call it a salary. So a salary, it's a money paid to employers on a monthly basis or weekly basis. Wage is usually paid on weekly basis, so it depends on the stipulate of your contract that you have signed in the business. So a salary, it's a money that you are being paid by the business on a monthly basis, or it can be on a weekly basis, depending on your contract, on the kind of job that you are doing. Okay, so these are the key concepts that will appear a lot in this topic. Then we go to the professional image in the tourism industry. So in the industry of tourism, the key thing of the professional image, so a professional image, it is being indicated that the professional image of a company, it can be divided into two parts. Please highlight this. It can be divided into two parts. The first part, it is divided into a physical image of a company. Then we will elaborate when we're talking about the physical image of the company. Then the second one talks about the image of the staff. So this is a physical image of the company as a whole. Then the image of the staff that is hired under the company. So that's the professional image. It's divided into two parts. So the first one that we will be talking about, it's a physical image of a company, like a company as a whole. So the image of a company is what attracts the customer to the business. So the way the company it is, the image of it has its role in attracting a customer to the business. So the image must provide the following. So in order for the image to attract customers, physical image to attract customers, it must have these details in order to be followed by the client. It must have these details like what the company offers. So the physical image must tells more about, gives that the inside of what the company is offering. What is it about? Where they offer their service. Where they offer their service. So the image of the company must symbolize that. Physical image of the company must symbolize that where they offer their services and who offers these services. So who offers these services and also how they offer the services, the way that the services are being offered by the company. And also the contact details like email address, cell number, if you are interested, where to contact them, find more information. So this a physical image of a company, it must have these following details to the client so that they can have these in their head. So with respect to these needs, the company will then ensure that they have a certain standard required in places. So with respect to the needs of the clients, the company, it will ensure that they have a certain standard required in place. So these standards of the company, which include a company has to have a name, the company has to have a logo, a company has to have a slogan, a company has to have a website, has to have a stationery, marketing material, product packaging, physical appearance of a business, then the customer service policies. So these are the things that a company should have in order to be a successful company. So here we will examine the requirements. So here in this topic we will also examine, when we are talking about the name of a business, what should be the name of a business, all of those things. So okay, so we will talk more on examining, like going into detail about these requirements, that in order for a company to be well known, being requirements for a company, what is needed to it, that it must have. Okay, so the first part will be the name of a business. So any business should have a name. So any business should have a name. Okay, so here they are saying that every business must have a name. in order to be identified. So in order for a business to be identified as this kind of business, it should have a name. So a business can only be registered once it has a name. So in order for a business to operate effective, to be known, it must have a name and it must be registered. That doesn't correspond to other companies. So the name that the business has shouldn't be corresponding to other companies, like you use the same name of other business that is known. So you create your own name that is not corresponding to other companies. So the only time you will find a reputation, so a reputation is like the same name. So the only time you will find a reputation of the name, of reputation of the same name, it's when the business belongs into a franchise. So the only time that a business uses the same name as other business, it's when there is a franchise. So a franchise is like give the right to other business to operate using the same name, of the big company, selling the same products, using the same services. So they don't market and other thing because they are using the same name. So that's when there is a reputation of the same name, or there is a branch of large business. So meaning that the same business, it has branches like in Eastern Cape, Gauteng. So it's a big company that has branches in different locations. So that is the only time that the name could be the same, because in the same business, it's either you have a franchise or there's different branches of this particular business. So the name of a business must be related to the product that they are selling. So you must think deep of your name. Your name, you don't just name it, just a name. You come up with a name that will be associated with what you are selling. If you're talking about something meaty, you know it has to do with anything that has food. So your name must be related in what you are selling. Your name must be catchy, and your name must be shorter. Don't have long names, like shorter name of your business. And also your name should be easy in order to be reminded by the people, to not forget the actual name of your business. And also it can be used to market your product being offered. So your name can also be used to market what you are selling. So it's important your business must have a name. Then we are going to the second bullet of what requirements that a company needs to have, which is the second bullet talks about the logo. The second bullet talks about the logo. Page number 2. Please turn your page. So logo of a company. So a logo of a company, it's like it's a trademark. So a trademark, it's like a word phrase. It's like a symbol or design that identify the product. So it's like it's a trademark. A logo, it's a trademark, or it's a symbol of the company. So it's a symbol of the company. It's a word phrase, symbol or a design that tells about the product. So that's a logo. So a logo, it's generally a picture. It can be a picture that is associated, that picture is associated with the product that is being sold in the business. So it's a description of a logo. So the logo, it has the colors on it. It is often significant. It has a important meaning, meaningful, and it's related to the product. So a logo, it's related to the product that is it's being sold. So a logo is used on every associated, everything that is associated with the business. So logos can be used in letterhead, the letter of the company. When you are writing a letter, you can use the logo. Advertising, maybe on billboard, on television, the logo of the company, like this one, similar to this one. See, this is the logo of KFC. So it can use like on the uniform that your staff is wearing. It has the logo. Display boards, they have a logo as well. So here, like, they are giving us more of a insight. So the colors has a message. So the colors in work environment, they have messages. So the colors that are used for the logos, they have messages. So if you see a color like green has a message. Its message is more on environmental friendly. We must look after environment, not harming the environment. It is associated with nature, looking after nature, evergreen, all of those things. So red and yellow. Red fast symbolize fast and speedy service. So if you see the color red, then means that the service is fast and speedy service. If you see the color blue, so color blue is associated with water and ocean. So these colors in the business, they has this message. If you see white, white has cleanness. It has to do with hygiene. If you see like black has to do with power, professionalism. So these colors has messages on it when it comes to business. So we talk about the logo. I'm just giving you like the insight, but your point, you need to understand what is the logo. Then the third point, which is it's the slogan. Then you should be able to understand what is a slogan. So a slogan is like a line that is used to describe the product. Main aim. What is the product about? What is the product about? So slogan is a line that is used to describe, line that tells about the product, the main aim of the product. What is it about? Like a short line that share about the message of the product. So slogan must be short. It's a must that slogan be shorter and use catchy phrase like finger licking good. You see, finger licking good. So slogan are also sometimes so the other words that are used to describe slogan, it's payoff line. They are called payoff line. They are called payoff line, or they are called a strap line. So they are called strap line as well. So these are the words that used to tell us about this slogan. So you need to understand the definition of these words that we're talking about in the business. Then the website. We know the website now. We know things are digital now. Technology is taking over now in certain aspects. So we are living in the world, living in the age now of technology and online services. So a web page is a collection of web pages that typically link together. So that's the definition of website. It's a collection of web pages that typically links together. So for this reason, it is not just important but essential for business to get in touch with a technology. So we know that things are now digital, so it's important that a business now adapt to what is new in technology, and they must put it in their business as well in order to be successful. So they need to adapt on what is there in the market so that they can attract customers as well. So websites, now things are sold online. People can pay and just go and collect because of this technology. Website act as an important marketing tool for a business. So website they are used a lot for marketing the business, because in the website you can put your sales, what you are selling, your meals, your news, everything. So if you look at the website below, you will see how KFC uses the website uh, to not only advertise their food but also keep customers interested on the updated news. So this is KFC marketing their stuff, sharing the prices, and also sharing the most popular meals, what popular meals that are being sold, like Hawaii burgers. Tell more about their burgers through this same website. So website is very interesting to the customers and also to the business as well. Then we go to the stationery, page number 3, stationery. So stationery, it's a printed material that are used to represent a company brand and identity. For example, like letters, envelope, business card that are used for marketing, like stationery says. So stationery is a printed material that are used to represent a company. So this printed material is used to represent a company, the identity of the company. Maybe when the company is writing letters, their envelope of the companies, business card of the companies. So they will use the logos of the companies. So stationery refers to the different offices suppliers that are used by a business. For example, stationery includes letterheads, includes brand e-pens of the company, compliment slips, like slips. So that's the stationery of the company. Then we have a marketing material. So marketing material is any material that is used for marketing. So marketing material can include anything that is used by the business to market itself, like billboards. Like these are the billboards in the street roads. They are used to market KFC, like banners. So it can include pamphlet, posters, media advertising, business card, fact sheet, free giveaway. We know below the line and above the line marketing material. So remember that online marketing such as websites, social media groups, chat groups also use for these purpose. So the marketing it's used for use these things such as the website, social media to market themselves. So marketing, this is like a form of marketing for KFC, like these marketing uh, tools that are used. Okay, Then we go to the product packaging. So packaging, it's the packaging that you'll be putting the stuff in. We call that packaging. So uh, product packaging. So product packaging, it's whereby maybe you do a meat, then a packaging is like what you will be putting a meat on. Like you see here, baguette. So this is the packaging of the meat. You put it in a paper bag. You put it then paper bag has like a picture of KFC, Papa KFC. So yeah, so that's a packaging. So a packaging, it's in two cases. A packaging can be tangible. So something that is tangible is something that you can touch it with your hands. You can touch it. So this is tangible. This is a packaging that is tangible. And intangible, you cannot physical touch. You just buy it without trying it. So product packaging that is tangible, it's something that you can buy it and you are able to touch it with your hands. Product packaging that is intangible, packaging needs to be attractive and it should be user friendly and also durable and also environmental friendly. For example, when we are talking about intangible uh, packaging, for example, if below show KFC is tangible, intangible can be a toy, like when this is the example of intangible packaging. It's how one puts together a package. So it's what you are a tour operator, then you are doing a package for a guest. So a package for a guest is whereby you include the transport for the tour, you include accommodation, the place to sleep. So those things you cannot touch them. You can just see them, a place to stay. You can, so that's the intangible packaging. It's one put it together package. For example, tourist package, where a price is included for things such as transport, accommodation, transport fee. Customers buy this package without experiencing the services until they physically go to what? To the trip. So it's like you pay for something that you didn't even experience on getting it. You pay for services and an experience that you haven't had. So the transport, accommodation, so that is intangible. So you cannot touch those things. So the packaging is done, but you are not able to touch it. Okay. Then we move to the physical appearance. So the physical appearance, this one is very important. This is very important to the way you can be seen. Physical appearance. Physical appearance. Physical appearance of a business, how the business is outside. So the appearance of a business send a message to customer. How the business look outside, that sends a message. How they look outside, that sends a message to the customers about the type of business they are, type of business and the quality, the service that you can expect if you can go there. So the more its business is quite neat outside, the ground is green, the grass is green, so it's that can make someone that is outside to be interested in going inside. So the more it is beautiful outside, then the person will perceive that the quality is what is good. So a physical appearance of business, a physical appearance go beyond keeping the business clean and also tidy. Although this is always what it's important. So physical appearance is beyond keeping the business clean. It is very important. See if you, so the least factors that can contribute to the positive appearance of business. So it's very important to understand what is the physical appearance. So it's how the business look on the outside. Then we have something that we call it environmental policy. We know policy is like a set of rules that need to be followed by each and everyone. So environmental policy are laws and regulations or guidelines that are designed in order to protect the environment. So these are the rules and regulations that a company has in order to protect the environment, look after the natural resources. So we call that environmental policy. Respect environment, contribute whenever way you can. So it's very important that a company has an environmental policy. Like they do some recycling, clean ocean, stop littering, saving water. Those are environmental policies. Not cutting off wood, deforestation. So it's very important that companies many times they discuss the importance of environmental conscious, like their thoughts about these important issues. So global businesses have on board to become more environmental aware. So businesses must have always be environmental aware. Also adapt method of environmental policy, employees and clients. So they must find out methods in making sure that environmental policies, companies, they implement them and they look after the environment through these environmental regulation policies. Then we have customer service policies. So when we talk about customer service policies, so customer service policies is like set of guidelines that allows a company will interact with, provide support to its customers. So it's like framework that is used for business, tells their employers that how they should conduct themselves towards customers. So customer service policy is a policy that is designed by business for their customers. So it is designed, the staff should know the customer service policy so that they can be able to communicate with their customers effective, use appropriate language, procedures if there is a problem, how they solve their problems. So that's the customer service policies. Similar to environmental policy, customer service policy, these policies spells out to employees how they should treat customers. So these policies just explain on how employees should treat their customers through these policies that are written down. So business have that have and use customer care policies have generally popular and successful business. So businesses that applies policies, they are more successfully. They are well known for looking after their customers. So these policies described by the words below, like quick service, they are polite, they are helpful, fast staff, friendly, information needed. It's more on what? On quick. So yeah, then the image of the staff. So the important thing it's the image of the staff. So the staff that you hired in your business, the image is very important. How they are. So the image of the staff, just as physical environment, it is important in the marketing business so that the physical appearance of the staff. So the image of the staff is very important. The way the appearance of the staff that is being hired in the business plays a huge part. Staff of a business is expected to portray, represent professionalism. The type of business will determine the professionalism image. So the kind of business will show the professionalism through the image. For example, a person working in the beach shop. So a person working in a beach shop cannot just wear a suit. Beach shop will look odd wearing a what? A suit or tie, while a person in the office cannot wear shorts and what? And sandal. So here they're giving us like an example of a professional image. They are telling us if someone can be working like in a beach shop, so if someone is working like in a beach shop like that sells things for swimming, that person cannot wear what? Cannot wear a suit or a tie because he is selling beach clothes. So and also they are selling that if someone is working in the office, that person cannot just wear sandals and wear shorts. They need to wear like a suit. So dress code is very important to the what? To the business, like the image. So then we talk about the uniform. Uniform. The uniform. So a uniform is the extension of company's professional outlook. So a uniform, it is used in the business, in the workplace. Uniform, it is used a lot. They are also used to market companies. So some companies have uniforms, so the uniform is used a lot in order to market a business. So a staff needs to have a attire, needs to wear during the working hours. The uniform policy aims to ensure professional appearance, promote the brand consistency and professionalism. So that can happen through by everyone having the same uniform weight during working hours, have a logo, having a brand. So uniform play a huge role in professionalism. Then we talk more on the dress code. Dress code, uniform, how you dress in the workplace. So a dress code is used when a company does not have a specific uniform. So a dress code, you only tell your staff if you don't have a uniform, you just tell your staff the dress code will be this and this because you don't have a uniform. So the dress codes, like educators don't have a uniform. They need a specific dress code that you can need to wear. Like you cannot wear shorts and um so that's dress code if there is no uniform. So the dress code is also in line with the type of business. So a dress code is in line with the kind of business that is being done, allows for neat and tidy employees. So many companies use colors. So many companies, their dress code, they will tell us you need to wear like this certain color to determine the dress code and have some of the form of standardization in terms of the dresses. So every person wants to look the best even when they go off to work. So everyone wants to look nice even though they are going to work, but they will still want to be nice. There are ways in which people can improve their personal image. So there are different ways in order for a person in workplace can improve their image. We can identify these ways with 5 P's. So in order to improve your personal image, you can improve your personal image through by 5 P's, like your positioning, your poses, pose, just being yourself, ability to carry yourself with confidence, uh, presence or your presence. So the 5 P's, your posture, where you positioning yourself of your employer, polish, like improving something to be more of make it more attractive, like you polish it. So these are the 5 P's we can identify personal image of a an employee. Then we have 2 points that are more important: your personal appearance. Your personal appearance, the way you look as an employee, the grooming, like the cleanness of your hairstyle, styling, how you look, your hair, your makeup, your nails. So those are grooming. So this look at the employee's personal appearance minuses the uniform. So instead of uniform, you're also checking the personal appearance of like you. Include these factors. So these are the things that are being checked on a personal appearance: neatness of your hair. I'm not knowing dark. Neatness of your hair, tied up, necessary. Need facial haircut for men. Baby, makeup. Have a makeup, and also you can use a jewelry, not a lot of bling bling. A chain of gold, Mazinya gold, don't use of you can use a jewelry but not a lot of them. Wearing clean clothes, dark. Use sustainable perfume, like perfume nje enuka kamnandi nje imidubulule itsarhayo. Clean breath, especially if you smoke. Like if you smoke, please unganukiseli abanye abantu. So the interaction, the last part will be the interaction with others. So this one is very important to the business whereby you interact with others. So interaction it has to do with interact with others. You communicate, you engage with something, you communicate about it. So when you interact and communicate, so those things are very important because they will ensure that you deliver the services of what you are talking about. So a business, in order to be successful, in order to build, it is built on the personal interaction. So it is built between customer and employee. So employee and customer, if they get along, then that means that a business will be successfully at the end. So in this topic, make sure you understand all of these key concepts when we are talking about interaction and communication skill. when we are talking about grooming, when we are talking about personal appearance, when we are talking about dress code, when we are talking about uniform, when we are talking about customer service policy, when we are talking about environmental policy, when we are talking about physical appearance, when we are talking about slogan, logo, website. So all of these concepts, you need to be able to understand them so that you can put them in your own context, in a way that you understand them. You don't need to memorize all of this, but you understand the concept. What is it about? When you talk about this, what is it about? Then that will be the end of the video. Thank you.